Hi, this is Cousin Russ. I am going to demonstrate in my Back to Basics series one on what do you do when there's an update to Family Tree Maker 2014.1 or Family Tree Maker for the Mac 3.1. I believe that there's an update that's just come out, and I'm going to walk through the screens to help you along. So here's what you do when you do an update for those two programs. When you download the update from Software Makiev website, or you get a link in an email, and you download it to your computer and you execute the program, the update, you will get a window that asks you if you've already backed up your files that are on your computer. And the answer is yes, is what you want to do. Now, what I do before I would start the update, I would go to the Tools menu and select Compact File, only because I do this all the time and I want to do that. When you get the compact file screen, which is the next screen that shows up, you want to make sure that you have the check boxes in the two options that you have: back up the file before compacting and perform the extended analysis. You want to do that. You want to do the backup first and then compact. And while it's doing the compact, you want the program to do some extended analysis of the database that's being compacted. And then you get, okay, you want to back up the file. Now, I always back up my file to an external drive. So I changed the backup location to a custom directory. It's an external drive, my G drive. And you can get there if you haven't done that already by using the change button that's just below there, above the red box. And you also want to make sure that all four of those boxes have a check mark. In other words, the backup is going to include the media files, any historical events that you've added, any web favorites that you have in your file, and to allow restored file to resume syncing. So this is going to give you a good, solid backup file that you can restore from and continue the sync process. So you click OK, and the program runs, and it's backing up the file, and it says that it's done. And after it is backed up, the file, the reason why I'm doing this in PowerPoint rather than doing it live, because some screens take longer and I want to be able to explain them as I go. You'll see some green bars go across as the program is doing the backup. So the backup is complete. I click OK. And the next thing is that it's going to compact the file. Now, I only do it one time, and I've been very successful at doing that, but I do it all the time. So I'm compacting a file. I do not bother to get it down to the file size of 0.00%. But doing it once has done me well all of these years. So now what I'm going to do is close the file. And I do this all the time. My normal routine would be back up, compact and back up, and then I close the file, and then I exit the program. And then I go back to that screen that I started with, where have you backed up your file. And this time I can say no thanks because I just did it. And the update will start. So it's doing downloading or extracting a bunch of files, and then you will get a screen that says replace the current version is not recommended, and I totally agree with that. You want to, at least I want to keep the version that I had just in case. So I'm okay with having two versions of the program. I will delete it once I know. I will uninstall the old version once I know that the new version is working. So it's not recommended on the screen. It's a very positive indication to me, because the developers have listened to users talk about this. So you continue, and then it will resume the setup wizard. So you will click install. So you're just walking through the screens as they're presented, but take a minute to really look at what they're saying. Once you click the install, you'll get a setup must update files or services that cannot be updated while the system is running. So you're going to click continue, because what it also says is that you need to reboot your computer once it has been updated, and that's a good thing. You have total control. So once the update is done, the very next, after the next couple of screens, after the update is complete, you want to restart your computer. That is always a good decision. If you update any program, you want to restart your computer. Yes, that includes Windows 10, which is what I'm running on this computer. So click OK, and I know that at the end of this process, I will need to restart my computer. So there's some more files that are copied, and then you get the complete, the update is completed. You click finish, and then it reminds you must restart your computer, and that's what you want to do. When you come back in, then you want to register the program. And as a matter of fact, you don't restart yet. You'll be at the conclusion of this, but you get the registration page, and you do want to register. Every time you do an update, you want to re-register and check the settings. The green, the blue check marks are what your suggestions are. I recommend that you take the recommended suggestions that are there, but put your username, your first name, last name, email address, and your state, and then click continue. The next option is the offer for a DNA trial. You can say no thanks and continue. If you want to do DNA, that's fine too. It's offered to you, not required for the update. And then you make the connection. So you've registered the software with Software Mac Kiev, and now you're going to make the connection to Ancestry.com, where you put your username or email address and password that you would normally use with Ancestry.com, and you click connect, and you are now connected. It's the screen that comes up, and click done. And then you are back to the update for Family Tree Maker 2014.1. I would close down the program. If I haven't done it so already, I will close down the program, and then make sure the computer has restarted, and then you come back in, and you can open your new file, or open the file, and you can continue your work. So that's how to do an update for Family Tree Maker 2014.1 and Family Tree Maker for the Mac version 3.1. Thank you very much. Have a great day.